Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime. But for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Okay, Coach. Well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal by their 6'5" quarterback, Josh Allen, who has had a really good season. Last year as a rookie, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. This year operating more around a 2-to-1 ratio. Even though not a high volume of touchdown passes, much more efficient. And running the football, he's been even better than he was last year. He had 8 rushing touchdowns as a rookie. He's already surpassed that in his sophomore season. And as far as running quarterbacks go, you'd have to think he's the second best in the league behind Lamar Jackson, and he's got these Bills rolling. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Like 41, Eddie! 3. You just watch 88.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early. On
1st down, they stick with Singletary. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Hauschka with the extra point. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Right now, in the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson, and that is incomplete. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. I want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And that's caught by Beasley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got Smith here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. On play action, Allen's man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was
I want to discuss their season. It's been kind of some good, some really good, and then some bad and questionable. But under Bill O'Brien, he's in his 6th year. They've had 9 or more wins 5 times now because they've reached that plateau this year. Is this team one, though, that can make a run in the playoffs, or is it just going to be another exit in the playoffs?
Well, the problem that they run into is oftentimes they win their division, but they're the fourth division winner, which means what?
They got
wild card.
Yeah.
So they tend to host a wild card game, play in that. Most of the time they get beat, right? They did have that big win against Oakland a couple of years ago, but that was the year Derek Carr broke his leg, couldn't play. Then the backup gets hurt and ended up starting Connor Cook, a rookie, his first snaps in the NFL. So that was almost a layup. They've got to find a way to get out of that wild card game, and I'm not sure this is the year if they find a way to win the AFC South. I think they'll still be in the wild card game in 2019.
Yeah, because Bill O'Brien's only taken them to the divisional round once, and they lost that game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Back to you.
From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
The 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
What we got?
From the red zone now, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now it's Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1.
Involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Mike's 49.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick the 29-yard line. As Buffalo comes back out here, Charles, I just want to give some love to the job that Sean McDermott has done. And, yeah, you got to give the players credit, too, but a double-digit win season, first season of at least 10 wins this year for Buffalo since 1999. And think about McDermott now. He's been to the playoffs 2 or 3 seasons. Since the year 2000, with 7 previous coaches before McDermott, 0 playoff appearances.
And this is a proud franchise, a community that loves their team. And the players carry a lot of pride with them into the future, because I've seen all over social media former Bills so excited to see how this team is playing, coming out of the woodwork to let the world know, hey, we're all about the Buffalo Bills. You're exactly right. What Sean McDermott has done there in a short amount of time, really, really impressive. And they're also a team that's built to scare the heck out of people in the playoffs. Excellent on defense, a quarterback who can throw it downfield in Josh Allen, and boy, when he breaks contain running it, wreaks havoc on defenses.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So negative, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish play himself, as we just saw there. That's a big day.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Singletary again, and an alley to run. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They will run with Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and extra defender in the secondary. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and able to find John Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
41. Check 41. Let's go, team.
On first down, Singletary. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Allen off the bootleg. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
3 buns.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Hughes right at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen now going to throw again. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with a minute. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Watson of the Texans now. Down 10-7. 1:17 remains. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Now it's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.